Ladies in the sector, cameras on. Sit back, relax, watch the throne they built for them, not for us. Ladies in the sector, cameras on. Sit back, relax, watch the throne they built for them, not for us. Ladies in the sector, cameras on. Sit back, relax, watch the throne they built for them, not for us. Ladies in the sector, cameras on.
Yeah, this is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa. 914, Westchester County, New York. We coming to you with another live video. Yo, shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. If you pay close attention to everything and everyone on this app, you will see everything very clear. You will see everything very clear. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah. So there's a lot of talk about this lady called Beautiful One on the YouTubes, on these YouTube streets, on this platform. And yes, it's true. It's true. She's looking to buy friends and influence people. And it seems like to me she has reached the top of the chain on this platform. She has reached the top of the. So yes, Bishop was right about what he was saying about her. Yes, Farmer Nancy was right about what she was saying about Beautiful One. And if people don't see it, you don't see it. If you don't hear it, you don't hear it. If you don't understand, you don't understand. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, man. I've been on this platform a long time, and I haven't seen the bullshit like this in a long time. Matter of fact, I didn't see it before on this platform. I didn't. And I've been here since what? 2013? This is what? 2026. So shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, man. It's true. It's a bona fide true statement. It is absolutely true. I don't care if people don't like what I'm saying. I know when someone is trying to buy friends and influence people. Trying to buy friends and influence people. I see it. I see it right before my eyes, strolling on the YouTube streets. So I pay attention to everything and to everyone when I'm awake, when I'm not working, when I'm not busy. And I see what I see. And it just seems like to me the same people that was complaining about what she was doing a week ago, 2 weeks ago, guess what? She donated to them. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. My eyes are not deceiving me. My eyes are not playing tricks on me. I see what I see. And all roads lead back to who? Kwame Brown. All roads lead back to him. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. It is the bona fide truth as to what I'm seeing. And I know I'm not going crazy. I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not I'm not going through any of that. You know what I mean? Word. But I see what I see. And no one fools me. No one can get past anything. Because once something been brought to my attention, once something is brought to my attention and people keep talking about it long enough, I said, well, let me stroll on the YouTube streets for just a few minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Let me just stroll. And I'm seeing what I'm seeing. And it's the same people that were complaining. One of the main ones that was telling her not to donate to this one, not to donate to that one. You don't need to support. She just went over there and supported them. So we got a lot of liars. We got a lot of hypocrites in this sector. A lot of jive turkeys in the sector. And it is what it is. I see everything very clear. Nobody gets, once something is brought to my attention and I see it, it's nothing that you can really say, nothing you can really do to really change my mind. Because I know how people get down. I know how people get down. I know what people be doing. And sometimes you don't say anything because you don't want to say anything. But when you do speak up and you try to warn people, you try to pull their coat, they don't want to listen to that. They just want to do what they want to do. They feel that if they could come on here and try to bully someone or try to intimidate people, that they're going to get what they actually are trying to get. They don't want anyone else to have it. So what they do, they'll go live, they'll do a video, and then they'll try to, don't do this, don't do that, don't do the other thing, oh, X, Y, and Z. And then you see them maybe a week or two later, they're doing everything everyone else is doing. So who really in the sector is an individual? Who's really in this sector is not a zombie? Who really in this sector is not a sheeple? Who really in the sector is not an 85%er? Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. And I'm not with no group. I don't give a fuck if I'm in whoever's chat. That doesn't mean I'm a part of that group. It doesn't mean I'm part of that organization, because a lot of people on this fucking app got cult-like mentality. They got a herd mentality. Everybody wants to be worshipped. Everyone wants to be acknowledged. Everyone wants to be followed. Everyone wants to be an influencer, and they're not doing anything to influence anyone. Half of this shit, all these reaction videos, you're just taking someone else's content, wrapping it up, repackaging to your audience, to your subscribers, to whoever supports you, and that's what you use. People have no content in the sector. They don't. They truly, truly don't. I see it every day, every week, every month, for years and years and years. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, man, I see what the fuck I'm saying. That's why I do what I do. I move the way I move. I go where I want to go. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you're not paying for my fucking phone bill, you can't tell me where to go. You can't tell me which chat to sit in, who to support, who not to support, who not to try to help. Nobody can tell me nothing like that. Because you know why? Nobody is paying my fucking phone bill. All right? Nobody walks and does anything like the way I do it. Nobody. Nobody. But yeah, man, we got some people on this platform, not just in this sector, but all over this platform, all over this app. Shout out to the YouTube streets. YouTube is on fire. YouTube is fierce. There's a lot of wars and battles going on. There's a lot of miscommunication. Let's clear up this thing about what a fucking doxer is. And this is my opinion. This is my point of view. I don't give a fuck what nobody else says. A doxer is a weak-minded person. They cannot get on the mic and really roast anyone or go up against anyone or do verbal comment. So what do? They go, they find the information that they need or that they want to dox the individual that they're going after. We don't have no roasters in this sector. We don't have no real people that actually roast each other or go to battle with each other for real, for real. We got a bunch of cowards, a bunch of payasos, a bunch of vatos, a bunch of pendejos, a bunch of mentirosos. You know what I mean? Word. That's the way I see it. Not everyone is like that, but there's a lot of people that are like that. We got big YouTube creators being jealous of small YouTube creators. They don't want the small YouTube creators to have anything. For real, they really don't. And that's my opinion. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Hey, what's up, Khadijah? Good to see you. Hey, Mrs. V, what's up? Yeah, that's my opinion, man. That is my opinion. I see what the fuck I see. I see what the fuck I see. I just can't believe it. I'm like, but then I can believe it because we got a lot of basuras on this app. We got a lot of pendejos, a lot of drop shot, no name, off brand, drag nasty people on this app, on this platform. They're on other social media platforms. That's not enough for them. They want everything. They don't want nobody to have nothing. And the same people that don't want nobody to have nothing, they got every fucking thing. They got every fucking thing. But they're not satisfied. And these are the same people that talk about God and all this and that. Man, these people full of shit. They full of shit. Word. Motherfuckers spending money every fucking week. They be on fucking camera spending money, going to the store. You see them going to the store. You see them going grocery shopping. You see them doing X, Y, and Z. You see what kind of place that they live in, what kind of car that they drive, but that's not good enough for them. They want every fucking thing. They don't want nobody else on this platform to have a solitary thing. So yeah, Bishop was right about what he was saying. I just didn't like what he was doing. He was dropping people off the link for a certain amount of money. He was looking for people to do that. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Over there, people were dropping people for $20. $20. That's cheap. The same people he complained about, he's becoming just like them. He's becoming just like them. I keep hearing that bullshit about Lovelace, and the shit I'm hearing about her is coming from the Kwame Brown camp. They said it a couple of years ago. It's being floated right into today. And the woman has done nothing to nobody. But I keep hearing the same shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, if you get on the wrong nerves in the sector, they will run certain stuff into the fucking ground. That's what they do, because they can't get on the mic and they can't dance with you. If they can't dance, you know why they can't dance? Because they're not qualified to dance. They're not qualified to pick up the mic. They're not qualified to two-step. They're not qualified to do anything but dox people, drag people. So in a way, I don't blame people for using the avatars. I don't blame them, because you know why? What is hidden cannot be mocked. What is hidden cannot be judged, and what is hidden cannot be dragged. We got a lot of judges on this platform. We got a lot of people that like to drag people on this platform. We got a lot of doxers. We don't have no roasters. Where's the real roasters at? Because if you make them so mad, the ones that got all this roasting skills, if you make them mad enough, they will dox you. Shout out to the chat, and that's real. What's up, Just Jay? I just got stopped. You just got dropped on Thaddeus panel? Oh, I didn't go over to the Thaddeus yet. I didn't go over there. Yeah, there's some shit going on this platform. Well, I'm going to put it like this. Whenever I go live and I drop the link, I don't drop people off the panel unless they getting on my nerves. And nobody can, even if they do pay, guess what? The person ain't going nowhere. The person ain't going nowhere. I will take the people money and still have the people on the fucking link. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. And that's another thing. People are being ruled by whatever they're being ruled by. But the same people that are doing all this bullshit, they got every fucking thing. They got a good job. Some people on this app don't even have a job. They're retired. They got a nice home. They got a nice car. They eat good food. They got plenty. But they want everything for themselves. That's what it's all about. I know about self-preservation, but damn. Well, what's up, Simset? Double tap the screen. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, double tap the screen on your way in, please. Thank you, everyone. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. So what I've been doing on my channel lately, I've been trying to figure out new ways on how to do stuff. All parts that I did, like if I'm not used to doing the music thing, I'm just doing trial and error to try it out and to continuously share it on my other platforms that I'm on. You know what I mean? Word. And then hopefully going in a different direction as far as being creative or trying to get my thoughts out, not so much with talking points or doing the YouTube short highlight music videos, but doing the other content as well. Because I don't want to get in the boat of talking about people. The only person I really want to talk about is me. I'm the most important person on this platform, in my eyes. See, if you talk about somebody else, that means that you're giving them some shine. And in order that, that's why I don't like when people do those reaction videos. All those reaction videos is basically giving another person shine. It's like saying in an indirect way, you support the person you say you hate. I ain't never seen no bullshit like this before in my life. People that are supposed to be hating each other actually on low key, low vibration, supporting each other. If you notice, all the Kwamites, all of them, I don't give a damn if they're a sniper. I don't give a damn if they're an outlaw. I don't give a damn if they're mafia. I don't give a damn if they're a rabbit. They all support each other. Why? Because they are part of that group, We the People. That's what they're part of. The Kwamites, aka Kwamites. The trolls on the YouTube streets. And that's my opinion. For real, for real. I can't stand them. It's just certain things I just don't like. Don't like it. You know what I mean? Word. Some people understand what I'm saying and others don't. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm sitting in this house trying to think. So this is the YouTube channel, one of the shorts that I did. And in this particular song, I'm talking about the women in the sector. I'm talking about the women in the sector and how some of the women don't support other female or women YouTube creators. We got some women in the sector that are just like that. They will support a man, aka male, a dweeb, quicker than they'll support one of us. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. And I see it. It's very much in my face. I see it every fucking day. And the same women that support these men, these males, these dweebs, those males are the same ones that will curse those women out. It would drag those women and put those women on Front Street. And the rest of the females will kiki and laugh and pretend that they didn't hear what was said. Because I'll never forget that particular morning I got up. It was not even 1 o'clock in the morning. And I saw that bullshit about who's supposed to be sliding in my DMs. People worried about the wrong fucking thing. Yeah, me and Sis, we had a talk about that online around what? Thanksgiving, because I had hit the link, because I showed up in the chat and I let him know how I felt about that shit. I thought it was some bullshit. That was some weak ass shit. I still think it is. I still think that to this day. I don't give a damn about what happened after that. People show you who they are, believe them. People show you who they are, fucking believe them. For real, for real. So I went over there to Bishop's video this evening, and I listened to the content over there, and there was a lot of stuff going on the platform itself, on the panel of his channel. And what he's trying to do, he's trying to build the channel, but the way he's doing it, it's just like the way everyone else does their channels. Ain't no different. Some things, okay, I agree with, but other things I don't. He knows it and I know it. And one thing I haven't done, I haven't really cursed out anyone lately. No one has been verbally attacked by me lately. But I see it coming. I see it coming. I see that shit coming a mile away. I want somebody to try me. Just try me. One time. Because it's not going to take me a whole week to respond. It's not going to take me 2 months. It's not going to take me 6 months. It's not going to take me a year. I respond and then I move on. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to drag me a motherfucker. All this bullshit I see on this app, it be the fakest people, man. The fakest people want everybody to be real. I'm going to give you an example. Let me tell you something. Number one, if you wearing wigs and makeup, you can't tell me a goddamn thing. If you are wearing wigs and makeup, sorry, ladies, but this is the way I feel. There's nothing you can tell me. Because a lot of people will wear that shit. You know why? Because they don't really like who they really are. They don't like their natural beauty. They don't like their natural selves. That's why they wear wigs, hair extensions, weaves, lace fronts, all that makeup powder on their fucking face, all that lip gloss going, when they can simply be natural. They can simply be who they really are, who they were really born to be. You know what I mean? People talk about heterosexual. They ain't got nothing to do with being heterosexual. If you're a woman, you're a woman. Be a natural woman. Shout out to the chat. Because all that other shit is artificial. Why would any intelligent woman, a self-respecting woman, wear another woman's energy on top of her head? Can someone please answer the question? Why would a woman go out and wear another woman's energy on top of her head? Now people say, well, you know, Arabia, the Jews, I don't give a damn what the Jews do. I don't give a damn what the people in Hollywood do, people in the music industry do. I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't. Because it speaks volumes to me. It's always spoke. I've always wondered about that. Even as a child growing up in New York, I always wondered about that. Why a woman would wear false hair? Why? I got sisters. They wear that. I used to talk to them about that all the time. Y'all better look at that movie, Bad Hair. It's a movie. It's on the YouTube streets. It's free. You can type it in. It's called Bad Hair. And it will show you the reason why you shouldn't be wearing another woman's energy on top of your head or extended on your hair. It'll tell that straight up. And people don't think that shit is real. Do you understand the concept? Let me give you a perfect example. The other day I was on the bus, right? I was coming home, right? Because I didn't go on a work ticket that day, right? So I was on the bus. And we kept passing different places and different businesses. There was a couple of blue houses. Does anyone know why people paint their houses blue? And if you don't know, I'll be happy to tell you. Sim said, I don't care nothing about ancient Egypt. I don't. Even back then, they were doing it for what reason, Sim said? Because there's energy in that hair. It's magic in the hair, Sim said. You're wearing another person's soul, another person's spirit. You ever heard that term? Don't wear something that a dead person leave behind. Don't wear clothing. If you got any personal items of the dead person in your house, get rid of it. They say don't accept clocks as a gift. I remember I accepted a clock as a gift a couple of years ago. And I'd be watching for time all the time. Every time I walk past that, I had to take the clock out of the bedroom, Sim said, and put it in another part of the house so I don't see it every fucking day. There's a reason why people paint their house blue, and it got something to do with hoodoo stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You ever went to bed at night and you went to sleep, you thought everything was cool, you went to sleep, and then all of a sudden in your time of sleeping, you start having a bad dream, a nightmare, something that you want to wake up from, and you're having a hard time waking up. You can't move, you can't scream. Nobody knows that you're in distress, even if someone is sleeping next to you. They don't even know. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. They call it riding the hag or the hag riding you or some bullshit like that. But the blue on the house or on the door is like a way of confusing them. When they see it, they think they're getting ready to go into water or they're getting ready to go into the sky somewhere. Usually they think it's about water. If you ever heard, I used to live in New York. I used to live right there in the Santeria neighborhood. And I remember every Thursday around 1 o'clock, every Thursday afternoon around 1 o'clock, they would start playing those drums. And I remember some of those people used to have the candles in their windows. You go in certain places in Mount Vernon, you'll see the same thing. Yonkers, Mount Vernon, White Plains, Port Chester, Peekskill, Bronxville, Tarrytown. You will see, like, if you go certain people's houses, that they will have like certain candles and stuff all in the window. Some people actually build shrines to their ancestors. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. It was one particular night, right? Some said, and Miss V and everyone else that's in the chat, I was in here asleep. And I was having the most terriblest dream. In the dream, I kept trying to run away from something. But when I woke up, it was hard for me to wake up. You know what I mean? I would wake up, I would think I was awake, and then I'm really still asleep, still in the dream. Have you ever had a dream where the dream was so terrible, and when it ended, you felt so much relief, but the next night that you went to sleep, and the dream would start all over again? Yo, I've had dreams where before the dream even starts, it'll say, this is the dream that played last night. we will continue on with this dream. Yo, and the dream goes. And it's a terrible dream. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, man. They got our doors painted black. And they have all these problems with the doors painted blue. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your home girl. Yeah. Man, I tell you, these YouTube streets is on fire. Lonnie is going to go live tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. And I don't know what she's going to talk about, but hopefully it'll be something good. Shout out to her. Yeah, man, but these YouTube streets is on fire. People fighting with each other. And it's like a civil war going on right now. If you really look at some of these camps and some of these groups, they're actually fighting each other. So it's a civil war going on right now. And it has nothing to do with clout. It got something to do with what people are getting. You know what I mean? Super chats. It's mostly the super chats that be fucking with people. Because I think it fucks with people to see another person get $100 super chat. But people don't understand that when the person get the super chats, they're not getting all of that money. That money's not going to all of them like that. That money don't go to them like that. YouTube gets a part of that. YouTube gets a whole lot. You think some of these people be making money on the YouTubes, they really don't. That's why they go live to more than 2 hours. If it's more than 2 hours, you know what they trying to get. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. And that's the reality. That's real. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I'm not going to sit here on the YouTubes on a chair for no 15, 12 hours. I'm not going to do it. I just don't have it inside me to do it. Some people want to do it. That's them. They want to do that. That makes them feel good. I ain't going to be doing it. I'm not going to do it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah. So hopefully this week will be a good week for me because my birthday is in a few more days. So, I don't work on my birthday. I never work on my birthday. Well, I did when I was in New York. And that's only because I was working for the Home Depot. Matter of fact, my first night working at the Home Depot was on my birthday. That was the first night I worked for them. I worked for them that March all the way until what? I want to say February. No, I worked for them that March. So I worked for them like good 9 months. Because I was there that spring, that summer, when the winter came. So just before the anniversary of me being there a whole year, that's when I left from them. Shout out to the chat. Because they kept cutting my hours and all this other craziness. And then they had this thing where if you was an employee with them, they wanted you to do the online classes at the store. But before you did your online classes, they wanted you to clock in. They started having a problem with people doing that. They didn't want people to clock in. They taking the class online might be 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. And they didn't want people to clock in no more to do the classes. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. So, yeah, the working world is a trip. The everyday walking around stuff is a trip. These YouTube streets is a trip. Shout out to the chat. I'm more frightened of white Christianity. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Me too, Sim said. And I got my reasons. I got my reasons. I saw on the news where they want Trump's son to go and fight this war over there in Iran. And how they coming up with all kinds of excuse for Donald Trump's son not to fight in this war. But I remember when World War II, I don't remember, I wasn't even born yet. But my grandfather, he fought in World War II. My grandfather was 18 years old when he enlisted. Okay, he stayed in the military for 2 years. He was a Navy man. So I don't understand why Donald Trump's son can't go and fight this war since his father want the water so bad. Even over there in England, when Prince Harry and Prince William were growing up, and they became grown and they went into the military, they fought for England. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. So what makes Donald Trump's son any better than anybody else's son? If that makes sense. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to the chat. So yeah, my thing is if everyone else's son can enlist or be drafted into the military to fight this fucking war with Iran, why can't Donald Trump's son go over there? Why can't none of his grandchildren go over there? The ones that are grown. Shout out to the chat because Donald Trump do have grown children. Because he got married, I think twice. And both of his wives, neither one of them were American. Both of them come from Russia. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? And he got all this animosity against the Mexicans, against the Haitians, against the Africans, against the Cubans. He got all this hate for people that don't look like him. But he was a businessman all them years living in New York. But he was racist. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, no. Donald Trump is a racist. He's a racist. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. He's a racist. Like most of them in this country. Not all, but most. I don't know what it is. It just seemed like the whole world hates black people, especially the ones that live here in America. And I used to hear that all the time when I was growing up, but I think it became more prevalent and more real the older I got and the more I saw things and saw the real truth of things. And I said, yeah, the whole world hates us. We didn't do nothing to them. That man said it perfect on Facebook last night. He said, what did we do to you guys in this country? Every war that came up, black Americans fought in. We paid the taxes. We worked these stupid ass jobs. We fill up the prisons. We do everything for America to make fuck money, and they still don't like us. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. When people talk about Nation of Islam and they call them a cult, I said, well, if they're a cult, they're a good one. They're a good one because I don't see none of their people homeless. I don't see none of their people hungry. I don't see none of their people going without. I don't see the children not being educated. In the Nation of Islam, they educate those children. At the age of 2, 3 years old, those children are being taught self-defense. Those children are being taught how to live, how to think on their own, how to do certain things on their own, how to follow orders if they have to, if they're in the military or whatever. They got their own military force. Fruit of Islam and the MGTs. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I like the way the Nation of Islam run their shit. I like that. If they're a cult, they're a good cult. They about something. They got farmland. They got different businesses. I don't see a whole lot of these other churches got anything going on for them. I don't. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Trump got out of serving by inventing. Yeah, Trump, he's a draft dodger. He didn't even want to fight for this country. So if he didn't want to fight, that's telling you what he really thinks about America. I tell you what he thinks about it. Most of the presidents that we've had that sat in that goddamn White House, not too many of them participated in any of the wars. I maybe can count on my hand how many of them actually served in the wars. George Washington, he fought during the Revolutionary War. You know, President Andrew Jackson. Well, they were all racist, so it don't matter whether they fought for this country or not. But they fought. They were racist, but they fought for this country. When it was time for them to serve, that's exactly what the fuck they did. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, man. So, yeah, I see what I see on these YouTube streets. And I'm very surprised and I'm very disappointed with that one particular person. She talked all that cold-cat smack about Beautiful One, and then here it go. I see Beautiful One just donated to her more than $100. I just seen this one YouTube creator on this platform just got close to what? $500, $600 from Beautiful One. But Beautiful One is only doing that to do what? To win friends and influence people. She's trying to fit in where she don't fucking fit. They all gonna turn on. They're gonna end up turning on her eventually. When they don't get what they want out of that bitch, they're gonna end up turning against her. That's why she shouldn't donate to nobody unless she feel it's for a really good cause or for a really good reason. She giving these people thousands and thousands of dollars. For what? To be somebody's friend? To sit in a chair in your house? To hit a link and talk to a bunch of strangers that probably don't really fucking like you? I know don't nobody like that Beautiful One bitch. I know don't nobody like her. They just like her for her money. That's why they keep her around. That's why they keep her. Why you think a lot of the YouTube creators, the big ones in the sector, don't talk about her? Because they all trying to get to the bag. And they see her as being their door. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Give me a close out this video. I want to thank everyone for coming in and for participating. And for those that are not here right now, please catch the replay. Like and share the video. You know. Arabia. Oh, wait a minute. He says Andrew Jackson, Trump for president. America. Yeah. Yeah.
Sit back, relax, watch the throne they built for them, not for us. Ladies in the sector, cameras on.
Yeah, I'm talking about the bitches in the sector that don't support other women YouTube creators. That's who I'm talking about in that song. Yeah. They only support the men. And I know who the fuck I'm talking about. And they know it too. Could they be over here listening sometime? I don't give a fuck. I'm telling the exact truth. Exact. So shout out to everyone that supports this channel. Shout out to everyone that rides along with me, that really be riding. And that's it. Peace, y'all. Y'all have an awesome night. Peace. One.